I hate this battle. I hate this battle because there's one thing you need to do.
Come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble.
Thanks, Melody.
Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
Thanks.
Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer
Nice, Laura.
holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe she stands before me now.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
Oh, how pensively our shield looks down upon us. Yes, it did miss my little revelation earlier. Still, better late than never. It's time for our shield to become an axe, Quercus.
What?
The squirrel lays his hand on you, and a strange feeling ripples through your body. A sense of power. Your mind opens to the possibilities of new magic.
The final spell. The last thing our friend here will need to defeat their foes. Now we just need to finish our own research if we are to fend off the great Acorn. Ask away, shield. Indeed.
What did I just learn? And I probably can't make it now because you just showed up here. Bloodstorm. Well, I can't use it anyways, but thanks. Thanks for all your help. I am revered. Oh, we have tea. I should have bought more tea. Anyways, let's go, guys. Hey! Alright, I'll go talk to them. You guys stay here.
God woken.
Dickface!
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds and twice as bright.
And you're a
to have
cock.
come so far.
And you're a cocksucker.
Your divine welcomes you.
I spit in your face.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Riedeman's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Hi, Brachus.
Lucian frowns at Friedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
You're a cocksucker.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
You are a bitch.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
I knew it.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the Scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the Seven to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the source they stole from the Veil, the Seven created the races so they would have worshippers.
And why did they need worshippers?
During their lives, worshippers collect source. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the source-hungry gods.
The Seven made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the Veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
That's nice.
The Seven's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the source to the Veil.
And you've done such a wonderful job of doing it.
When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
What about... I demand more of your plan.
I seek vengeance against the king and against the Seven.
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child.
So sad, who cares? So sad, too bad.
It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father.
Who was Fan?
He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the Seven the secrets of the Veil.
Cry me a river.
The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane. But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother.
Does it look like I care?
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
He never even looked for me. He never even looked for her!
Yeah, that sucks.
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
What happened to the real Dallas?
She sacrificed herself for the betterment of Rivellon.
You killed her.
She didn't do it willingly, mind you. Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there. And then I took her place. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation of Rivellon.
Yeah, you did some fucked up shit.
While Dallas sought the Aetheran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead.
Yeah, I played this game before. I kind of knew already.
As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
You resurrected a Source King?
Maggot. I am no slave.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallas sends a jolt through Brachus's body. He writhes in pain.
Don't worry, he's well under control. He has made a fine servant. Isn't that right? Ingrate.
Yeah, that's gonna work
I
out for
use him
you.
to find the Aetheran. When we're done, I'll release him from his duty and free him from his pain. Until then,
Dallis punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brachus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
You allowed the Void Woken to appear, then?
Yes, in a sense. When the Death Fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Sandilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Void Woken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
The Aeterran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The Void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead.
I hate you.
A false divine, of course. I shall have no power, but the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must surrender your source.
You know, shit in and shit out. This is what your plan is.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source.
What? I mean, can't the king just feed off of the veil?
We only lack yours.
So you want me to become a silent monk?
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
So your massacre of the Masters of Students Academy wasn't really done to aid Alexander.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be.
And Dallas tried to murder
I promise you that.
your son?
Alexander was Godwoken. Once, years ago, I should have killed Damien. But instead took him as my son. Quite the mistake. Now, I was forced to kill Alexander, my blood. But once more, I could not.
The task fell to me.
And me.
So there was not going to be a divine, you realize this.
Good. You understand.
I hate you.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power. Yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
Uh-huh.
Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivellon.
Don't let them do this to us.
But our souls? There has to be another way.
No, never.
Yeah. If you want to take it, you're gonna have to fight me.
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage. But I shall help you. Though it pains me.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Your sacrifice shall be made for you. Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way. But there is too much at stake. This is the end.
I need another scroll. Hold on. Oh, wait. We got the tea. Okay. Alright, we gotta get rid of these two ads first. Ow. We got a smoke bomb. How? There's a smoke. Whatever. This game's stupid. I still have tea, right? Good. I need this. see him yet. Ow. Slip. Okay, great. Good, you're frozen. We're going this way. She'll be fine. Ow! Alright, I gotta get out of here. Do I have tea? No, I do not. I need to drink some. Goodbye. Just get rid of the bone widow, you're fine. Alright, going around this way. We're coming. Did I shoot? Yep. Seriously? No armor? Alright, good. Bye. Um...
Are you feeling poorly, Dallas? Good. You shall not seal the veil. And now it is time. I call on the God King. Come claim what is yours.
How? What? You are unleashed!
You're an idiot, Dallas.
Breedeman cackles in delight at this turn of events. His unbridled glee slithers into and around your pockmarked bones.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me pretending to be your slave.
Kill him!
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised, as if I would allow that bone-bag Dallas to enslave me.
Dallas,
Me?
you're an idiot.
This is not the time for talk. Kill him, now!
Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
Shut the fuck up.
You dare interrupt Brachus Rex? How novel. Who are you to challenge the Source King?
Well, you're a relic.
Ha! You are the fetid dirt on my boot. You are nothing at all. I am the Source King. I shall rule. I shall rule. Ah! The God King hears my call.
Great.
He sends a companion worthy of my power. Come to your father. Come to the Source King.
Alright, we gotta finish Brachus quick. You know, how do you have them if I suck their souls? You're a good guy too. Now you're a dick. God, you're quick as fuck. Alright, what we got? Where's Brachus? Where is he? Is he stuck? Oh no, I don't even know where he is. Alright. Well, we're not dealing with you. You can go. You can go eat a dick. Later. Where am I? Oh, Lucen, you're over there. Oh, that's not gonna work. Do I still have tea? No, I don't have tea. I think he's bugged. That's unfortunate. How? You're blind. You're blind! Fuck this shit. Yeah, he's not on the map. This is gonna be very annoying. Well, you guys fight. Yeah, I think the fight is bugged. I just have to last. Unless there's something new with the fight. Alright, now he's fine. Oh shit. Oh, this isn't good. Can we stop this, please? Oh, there she goes. Alright. I have tea, right? Yes. Alright. I need her up. I need... Do we have arcane ritual? Yep. Can't get quite there. Okay, he's gonna do that. And Phoenix dive, of course he is. And you guys fight. You guys do the fights. Alright. Okay. Alright, you're fortified. Oh, do I not have tea anymore? It would be nice if you hit the other person. Oh my god, you guys are idiots. Okay. I'm sad. Great. Great, great. I guess it's just potion after potion. Do I have anything really good for this? Well, it works. Ow. Well, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Alright, I need to GTFO. I'm muted, though. Oh my god. Okay. Good. Just good. I'm really glad about this. I want you here.
Glory is mine.
Alright, so he doesn't have... crap. Alright, shit. Alright.
I'll yield to none. Glory is mine.
Okay, and then... some rain. Then...
Cornered.
Ow. Okay.
Damn.
Um... Thank you for helping. Oh great, Signa's dead. Okay, where's Signa? Over there. Alright. I could use some heals. I could use a scroll? Question mark? I'm gonna be invisible. Okay, good. Nope.
Glory is mine.
Just kill each other, please. Ow. Ow. Can't see me, 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 can't see me. Alright, here. Sup?
Damn.
Sup? Bye-bye.
Lucian struggles to rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero,
Yeah, you aren't.
but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in.
Dallis groans in pain.
Shut up!
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Listen, this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin. I've had my vengeance, my life and my liberty. You helped me win them back. And then, when you told me you loved me, all of me awoke. All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle. And long, long after.
I love you too.
I know you do. And I love you too. Now kiss me.
You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark.
I was wrong. About power, I mean. I was always kidding myself that I could only help my people if I were free. Lead them by example, you know. Thing is, I can never be free. So I must choose the dwarven people's liberty in exchange for my own.
I know you'll have my back when I return to them, just like I've got yours.
I promise to choose wisely as befits his people.
Beast bows in return. There's no denying the glint in his eye. Whatever the future holds, he is game for it.
This is it. I can hardly believe it.
I'm gonna be a god.
She casts her gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here I am. And now that I see godhood before me, I know what I have to do.
What?
Chief, you need to ascend.
Cool.
There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know you'll do it with style.
And I'll do my best. Pay special attention to the scourge of mediums playing the world.
They'll never know what hit them. Now go on, shoo. You've got business to attend to.
You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen and done. You think of the Magisters, and the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides. You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be? Shall you be divine?
Yep, I'm gonna be god.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
I am divine. I chose the other one last time. Everybody gets it. Fuck the gods. Gods can die for all I care.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return.
I'll kick his ass.
As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new Godwoken will rise.
Kind of your own fault. I'm God.
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. A god, no less. And me in no state to shake hands. Divinity suits you. Though I know of one it might have suited even better.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
You don't look too bad yourself.
Actually, I've never looked better, except for one small thing.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
What are you planning on doing?
Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it.
This cat is the bane of my existence.
And when the time comes, I'll come find you.
Cool.
Your Holiness.
Nah, don't say it like that. Hey, the phoenix egg hatched.
The flaming hatchling bounces and cheeps out of sheer excitement.
Mummy! Mummy! Looky, looky! At me!
It takes you a moment to realize the egg you've been carrying has hatched at long last. The chick trills contentedly and flaps its tiny feathers in recognition of its proud parent. It seems you've got a new mouth to feed.
Mummy!
Mummy is a god. Hey, Jahan. Jahan.
You escaped an abominable prison and confronted the king of all gods, only in turn to confront divinity itself. A rather poetic arc, don't you think? Not that your story is finished, of course. Your divinity shines upon all who walk Rivellon. And there will be those that escape to the shadows. You must be ready to face them, whenever they might emerge.
What will you do?
Now that I am clear of mind and free of intruders, I'm wondering if it isn't time to share my learnings with the less enlightened. And to that end, I have a few ideas worth considering. Once I've come to a conclusion, I promise you'll be the first to know.
Any advice?
As a matter of fact, yes. Source makes for an excellent ally in matters of a demonic nature. Not only can Void seep through the veil, but the beasts of Nemesis might similarly slip out of their own plane. Whether you are clever enough of a divine to keep Damien's disciples confined to Nemesis, I can't say. But I think we'll know soon enough. And I suggest you be ready. Until we meet again.
Will do. Alright. Yo, beast. What up, brah?
Beast brushes detritus from his beard, sand, skin, and whatever else might have accumulated there. He takes a deep breath when he sees you.
I know it's the same old sea breeze I've always smelled, but it's different now. I don't know how to explain. Maybe you do, O Divine One.
A lot has happened.
And who'd have thought it? You're not the collared landlubber I first met, that's for sure. You belong to Rivellon now.
Beast begins to chuckle, then guffaw, and soon he is laughing as heartily as you've ever known him to.
That might be the most dramatic thing I've said in ages.
The laugh fades away. and the concerns of a kingdom and beyond pass between the two of you.
What happens next?
That's what I should be asking you. I ain't afraid of what I know. I've got to go back to the kingdom and see the Queen. There's a lot to do there. Damage that needs undone. Dwarves have lived in fear for far too long, on the outside and the inside. Something tells me it's all going to be okay.
He winks and begins to sing.
You hear the wild beast just sails on the ocean. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Off on the yawn, you hear the commotion. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Your cupboard can't hide you, nor can your berth. His daggers don't care about the gold that you're worth. He'll bury your bones neath a mountain of earth. He's docked in the bay and coming your way.
He pauses, then continues to hum, all the while working his whiskers.
Yeah.
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above, not below.
Well, well, Quirkers. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks are in order.
You're welcome.
What? No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the Great Acorn.
Did you?
You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quirkers, some creatures have no sense of perspective.
Well, thank you.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this God King and his lackeys, there would have been very little left for me to save. So?
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling the air with the sound of dry, dusty purring.
Ah, Quirkers! Please, have a little decorum.
Quirkus arches his back, almost dislodging Selora, who just smiles.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order, once and for all. That is the future Quirkus and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield, but we are very happy to have a friend.
You're a softie.
The squirrel tenses for half a moment before relaxing into your fingers.
Ah! Oh, hi, Quirkus. You never told me it felt this good. Well, that was certainly an experience. Of course, this has all been something of an experience, eh?
Never thought I'd end up here.
I don't suppose any of us did. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant. But there is no one Ow! Quirkus! There is no one that we would rather have walked this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest. Come, Quirkus. We must... Oh, I think you have something in your eye, my friend.
The cat curls up and snuggles into his squirrel friend, who quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
Well, if it isn't the new Divine gracing me with her presence. How honored I am.
What are you gonna do now?
That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustavgen? No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world, beings that feed on minds. I intend to seek them out. This Gustavgen seems to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world, and there's another for the taking?
Sure. That's good. Hey, Gareth. I met Lucian.
Amazing I'm still here. That we're still here. That Lucian...
Was a dick?
Well, that relationship always was complicated, wasn't it? You're so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
We're friends.
Gareth beams. For the first time, he is his own man. Yet his enthusiasm is not a man's, but a child's.
A friend, yes. That I know how to be.
For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of friends and enemies, of malady and magisters, of demons and divinity. He is then in the present once more, and smiles at you.
Friends.
So what are you gonna do now?
I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucian's shadow. I was his shadow. Now I stand in the sun as my own man. I just don't know who that man is. And so I find out. My goal is to have a goal, if that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, well, that's all I've got.
Darling, there you are. Come, let me take a look at you. I've never known a god before they became divine. I was curious if it would have changed you.
Nope, all got the same bits.
She gives you a long, assessing look, but makes no immediate comment.
Really?
She paces around you like a cat, looking you over.
Well, you certainly look the same. But there's something in the air around you. It vibrates ever so slightly. There's magic in it. Power. Don't you feel it?
I do, but my head's still the same.
Maybe you should give it a bit of time. I imagine it takes almighty power a little while to settle in.
What are you gonna do?
That quite depends on you, I suppose. Is a deity permitted to mingle among us mortals?
She laughs, and it's music to your soul.
I certainly hope so. We love each other after all.
A kiss, and oh, how sweet she tastes.
Love conquers even divinity.
Oh my, you! Look who it is! Our brand new Lord and Savior.
She curtsies low and looks up at you with a grin.
So, what's your first order of business? End world hunger? Instigate world peace? Send all spiders back to hell where they belong?
How are you feeling?
I don't know if anyone's free of anything, once and for all. But I'm bloody thrilled to be here now. Just me, myself, and you, of course.
You haven't changed.
Well, yeah. I'm not the next god. Someone made that abundantly clear.
She winks and pokes you in the ribs.
Ow.
So? Come on, don't keep me in suspense. What are you gonna do with your almighty power?
Take a nap.
Can it? Sometimes I think this realm of ours is cursed. You look alive, oh divine one. I'll bet this place keeps you on your toes. Big job. I'd offer to help, but I've got some business of my own to attend to. Get loot, play loot, get loot, get glad. So, Chief, I guess this is it, right?
I'm not gonna forget you, you know.
Don't speak too soon. You're a god now, after all. Soon enough, your brain will be full of all the fates of all the people in all the realm. Let me know if you see any falling boulders coming my way, though. Or goiters or something.
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken, the veins in her face go grey, and a wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly, it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
See you around.
Hey, Mirror. What up?
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one.
I hope you reformed.
Reform my ways? How adorable. No, I'm afraid I cannot escape who I am and what I've done.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, then slinks forward to kiss you. Almira pouts in disappointment, but it quickly morphs into a devilish grin.
Oh, no matter. We'll always have our first kiss. I haven't been quite able to put it out of my mind. Just as I'm sure you won't be able to put me out of your mind.
What are you gonna do now?
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun. doesn't she?
Your fucking daughter.
I suppose it's time for me to explore a new form of eternity.
Goddamn daughter.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
How did this happen?
Consider me to be a gift from Malady. My wood was splintered, but my spirit intact. It was a great feat, but given her skill, not a surprising one. I feel better than you.
I'm glad you're fine.
I will always be an ally to those that carry source, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
Let's go.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven Kingdom fought for the Divine, and her loyalty was unquestionable. Many fine and courageous dwarves did their people great honor, in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And on the integrity of the elven Godwoken who did not ascend. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The black pits took fire.
Wow.
The oil there burns still.
There's a ton of fire. So much fire.
Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine.
That's a positive way of looking at it.
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking.
Oh, he's a seeker.
Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war.
Why couldn't I win the war?
With a new Divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally. But she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
Tarquin. Can't expect anything more.
Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance.
She's a cat!
The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess.
I killed her.
Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons.
Good.
Sahala sought to strengthen the elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void. But she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her.
'Cause she's crazy.
Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior. The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom to lead the dwarves in the fight against the Void. After a series of public blunders, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea.
He tried.
The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on. Sabine wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free. Lohse returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as the Divine's premier musician. Dark moods would still overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. For how much of this do you take credit?
All of it.
Or blame?
All of it.
And what kind of divine were you as the world battled on?
I was a tyrant. Like a tyrant.
Did you show mercy or strength?
Strength.
Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine?
Yeah, God's
Should you have given your soul and sealed the veil?
Fuck no.
Only you know the truth. You and one other. For the God King still calls your name. Do you answer?
I kick him in the face.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
I didn't have many. Well, I killed everyone. Yay, it's over. That was good. It was interesting learning the other three character stories. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play next. I got a couple options though. So yeah, have an awesome day.